Hello everyone. So today we are starting the tea dress in this lovely fabric with like witches and hats and cats and things on. Lovely jubbly. And I will insert a clip now of me modelling my mock-up that I did decide to make. I wasn't going to, and then I was looking at the sizes and it was a bit confusing what size I should make because of the bust size and the waist size, and because I'm quite small on the waist, big on the hips, big on the bust, so well, not big but bigger than the pattern specifications, you know. But yeah, so we've done that. So now I know that it fits and all the darts are in the right place, I think. I can start cutting it out of my gorgeous fabric. Okay, so just a quick catch up on where we are at. So I've sewn all my darts in my bodice pieces and I've sewn them together at the shoulders. And I have sewn my neck facings together. So the next job is to pin the facings to the front of the bodice and then sew that down. I've also done a really rough finish on the kind of an overlocking stitch on the inside of the facing. It's a really rough job. It kind of bores me doing the straight line because it goes backwards and forwards, and it seems to take forever. So, probably get on with that tomorrow. Today, it's really cold, really cold. I don't know if it's going to throw it down again, but the weather is like 1 minute it's sunny, and then it's throwing down with ice and rain and horrid, so it's really cold. So I'm going to go and get my snuggly pyjamas on and I'm going to go and finish my jigsaw puzzle that I'm working on. Nearly finished it, and watch some YouTube, and then tomorrow I'm going to I'll probably sit down in the evening and pin the facing on so that I can sew that straight on in the morning. I maybe make a start on the skirt, maybe start pinning the skirt together tonight as well so that we can just whip that up. And then hopefully, I might even get it finished tomorrow, apart from the zip, which I'm still waiting for. But that'll be fine. Oh, I also, on the back of the bodice, I've done kind of an overlocking stitch. Probably could have got it a bit closer to the edge, but just so that when I attach the zip, I haven't got to fiddle about with doing that afterwards. So that's all done. So, yeah, that's where we're at the moment. Okay, so we've got our shoulder seams attached and our skirts attached to the bodice. Now, I'm going to confess to you, I have made a little error. Don't tell anyone. But I've sewn my skirt panels on. Have I sewn them on wrong? I feel like I sewed the straight line in the wrong place, but now looking at it, I'm not sure. Yes, I did, because that's the inside of the skirt. That should be the back centre seam, and that's where I've sewn the kick out, and I've sewn the straight bit to where the side seam should be. So I'm hoping that doesn't, it might make the pattern hang a little funny, but I'd already like finished all the edges and I didn't want to sit and unpick that, so it's going to stay like that. Don't tell anyone. Okay, so now today I'm going to add my pockets on, and then I can sew my side seams up. Then I'm going to try a new technique with the zip. I've been doing the zip the same way all the time, so it upside down sort of thing onto the right side of the fabric, flip it and finagle with it on the other side. What I'm going to try doing this time is I've finished all the edge down there, so I'm just going to press the seam allowance down and then pop the zip in face up and just sew straight down, sort of like a top stitch straight away, just so it's straight down onto the fabric, and then go so straight down front of the zip, across the bottom, and then straight up. And I'm going to see if that helps, because sometimes I get mismatched zip. Now I've seen Hayley Marie Vintage do this, and I've seen that sometimes she still does get the mismatched zip, but I feel like it might just be a bit simpler than flipping and doing all that. Then I'm gonna have a go at. It says to sew your sleeve. Put your sleeves in. Do all your gathering and put your sleeves in, and then hem the sleeves. And I'm just thinking, I'm gonna hem the sleeves first, so that I haven't got to fiddle with the loop, with it in a loop. I could just do it flat. And just to make things, really difficult for myself, I'm gonna have a go at blind hemming. I've tried it before, but I've never really tried it properly. I didn't really understand the instructions, but I've seen a video on how to do it now, so I think I've got it in my head. I'm gonna have a go on some scrap fabric, then I'll do the sleeves, and then when it comes time to hem the skirt, I'm gonna do the same on the hem of the skirt, because it might be nice to try a new skill, and nice on the bottom of the skirt rather than having a sewing line to have a blind hem. Wouldn't that be nice? Now I've already pressed, before I decided to do the blind hem, I'd already pressed the bottom of the sleeve, so I've done a double fold. So I don't know if that's going to make it tricky for me because the thickness of the fabric, but I'm going to practice on my scrap fabric with it double folded, so I know exactly what I'm doing, and then I can work out tensions and all that. But we're getting ahead of ourselves, so first things first, put them pockets on. It was nice and easy to do with the side seams all together, not side seams, sorry, the shoulder seams together. I just kind of hung the dress over me as if I was wearing it, and had a pair of trousers on underneath that had pockets, so this time I was able to get the pockets in a good place, hopefully. My last dress, they were quite low down. Doesn't matter, but this time, hopefully. See, I'm learning all the time. One day we'll have a beautiful dress with absolutely no mistakes on it. One day. Anywho, with all that said, let's get on with some sewing. Okay, so I've done my blind hem on my sleeves, so let's turn it the right, oh, dropped it. Turn it the right way, and then we can have a look. Yeah, you can't really see it there. That's fine. I need to stretch that a little bit. Yeah, my first time, not too bad. So now I need to pop in some gathering stitches, gather it together, gather the top of the sleeve, and then the difficult part, getting it into the arm's eye. Okay, so what do you think of the dress? So let me talk about the pattern first. So that's the pattern again. It's a very modern pattern. It's a very unusual pattern. I don't think I've ever had a pattern where I've had so few markings on, notches and things. I only had one notch, and that was for the sleeves. And I just think if I'd have had notches on the skirt panels, I probably wouldn't have messed that up. And I think that's why it hangs a little bit weirdly at the back. But it's not too bad. I can live with it. It's fine. Yeah, so it says it's an intermediate pattern. I think if you're a beginner and you have done a little bit of sewing, so maybe it is an intermediate. But I don't really see how. There's nothing difficult about this pattern. The only thing you've got to do is put in a zip and gather the sleeves and put some darts in. And if you know how to do those, you're well away, so don't worry about it. So it's a little bit short on me. I kind of wish I'd have added a few extra inches. I'm sure it hits the knees on the picture, but you can't really tell. It's a little bit shorter than that on me. And the skirt just looks generally more flowy. So it's not really that flowy. So that's the reason why I would not make this pattern again. I love the dress. So let's get on to the dress. I do love the dress, and I will wear it. And I think it's going to be beautiful for summer and on the beach if I want to show a bit of leg and, get cool by the beach. Because we do, believe it or not, we do have some really hot days in the summer in Britain. And you do need something cool, and this is really cool. The fabric is really light. Well, I wouldn't say it's flowy, but it's really light. And I can feel how cool it is on my skin, and it's really nice because it's cotton, a very lightweight cotton, which is in contrast to the next dress I'm going to be making. It's scary. I'm going to talk to you about that next time. I'm going to start filming that in a minute. So yeah, apart from putting the skirt panels on the back the wrong way around, everything went well. I'm really pleased with how the gathers went on the sleeves. They came out really nice, and they look really good. They don't look uneven or anything. They look perfect. Yeah. I think the addition of the belt is good because with this pattern it's very busy, and I felt like it was a bit much maybe for this dress. So the belt kind of breaks that up a little bit. I think that's how I will wear it. Yep. Silhouette's probably not my favourite. I do like to be a bit more cinched in at the waist, so the belt helps with that. I do have a nice small waist. It's probably my best feature. I like to accent it, so there we go. Yeah, so all good really. The blind hemming went really well, and I'll be doing that again now that I've got the swing of it. It's not really that tricky, just have a few practices and I'm sure you can do it if you've got a blind hemming foot on your sewing machine. So give that a go if you've not tried it before. It looks really good and everything's nice and finished. Yeah, so that's it. That's all my feedback for this dress. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to show you the next one. So get prepared for that. I haven't finished it yet, but I've just cut out the pieces, so it's looking good. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.